welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, subscribe. You don't want to miss all the tea we have to spill. And tonight is no different. We're gonna be doing a read on all the WAGs to Riches from Netflix's new show. Said I wasn't gonna watch this show. I said I wasn't gonna watch this show. I just felt like he wasn't gonna be talking about nothing, but after I saw how Sharelle was being a mean girl all over Twitter, I had to get into it. Let's start with Porsha. Immediately when I thought of Porsha, a sheep. Follower, she's the Gretchen to Regina George, not a backbone. She feeds off others to gain her confidence. She has a deep desire to be included in everything. She has a fear of being left out. But she's definitely the funny one. I love her little jokes and her banter. She really was funny. Super beautiful, but definitely feels like being a mom is discounting her from living that life and being that girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wants to keep up. On to MJ, Maranda, Kodak's baby mama. I thought this show was for WAGs. I'm confused. Wives and girlfriends, professional athletes. Rap and real estate. The two are not synonymous, okay? The two don't go together. Sharelle, please don't do that girl a disservice by making her think she can be in a room with professionals of high net worths buying multi-million-dollar homes and then she out rolling out the next week performing. That don't sound like 2 + 2 = 4. I mean, I'm trying to think of someone who can play both roles, and I can't think of anyone who has done rap and real estate to the fullest of both extents. Like, it's not ringing a bell. I think it's a little unrealistic for Sharelle to think that she can turn every girl into a real estate agent. Like, she was bragging about how she could turn her ex-stripper into a real estate agent and whatnot, and it's just like, from someone who used to be a real estate agent, the real estate world operates pretty much on a strict professionalism, and most definitely in the price market they're in. Like the scene when she bought MJ to dinner at that fancy dinner and MJ like didn't know how to use chopsticks. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't turn every girl into a real estate agent. Like, it takes a level of decor and demure and classiness and etiquette to really know how to talk to high-buying, high-end clients like that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So she probably needs to do a lot of etiquette training. I'm curious to see how many of her agents actually live up to this illusion that she's selling us. But you know what? She has a great energy about her. Like, you could definitely tell she's the more free spirit, young at heart. She is a little immature, but that comes with being 22. All thrown off when she said Kodak slid in her DMs when she was of age. You know that man was talking to you before you was 18. But we gonna let her think we believe her. I thought it was interesting when her mom came on the show and her mom pretty much was saying, like, you know, men are gonna do what they do, you know, he's gonna cheat, blah blah blah, and she made a like clear point to say that like she would not tolerate cheating in private or publicly. So I'm just like, you literally had a child with Kodak Black, aka Yak, aka Haitian, aka addicted to every substance under the sun. Like, do you know who your baby daddy is? Do she know who her baby daddy is? Because expecting Kodak to be a family man is crazy. You definitely knew what you signed up for, and now you want this normal family life and you want him home with you and the baby, and you sad you be with the baby alone. It's actually giving delusional. But I respect her because I definitely see there's drive in her for the sake of her children. She wants them to have the best life possible. So while I'm on a roll, let's just get into Julz. Julz, devil's advocate, I liked her. Somebody had to be the villain. I know everyone's saying like Sharelle was like the villain, but like I felt like Julz was the villain, and I felt like they purposely casted her to mix the pot. Like, they all knew her background before, like they all knew she's a culture vulture and whatnot. I think there's some validity and truth to that, but I definitely think they use this show as an opportunity to really egg that on and make a storyline out of it, pretty much. She's very neutral and she's just like down to earth. Like, I think a lot of the women have their nose up. Julz is just cool with everybody. I do think she's stupid about her baby daddy. Seems like they all are on this show. Julz was the most real on the whole show. Like when she called all of them out at the little mixer for talking about Stoney, and then playing devil's advocate for Stoney, and then Stoney comes and sits down and she just like spills the beans. Oh, they talking about your sex tape. I like that controversial but like justice driven energy. You're stirring the pot, but just enough to like back up and watch it blow up. Like, that's some stuff I be doing. Julz is cool in my book. I mean, I'm kind of like Sadé. Like, she didn't do anything to me. I haven't seen this energy from her, so like, I'm gonna be cool with her. I'm gonna kick it with her. Let's move on to Sadé. I like her. She has a very calming energy. She was definitely the nice one out of the bunch, but also like in a mysterious way. Don't think you can like take advantage of me and walk all over me, because I will like annihilate you. I think her being in a relationship for almost 10 years with her man and no ring is crazy, but they are engaged now at least and have a baby, and she's so cute. And like I said about Julz, I like how Sadé is neutral as well. Like, she don't pick sides. There's a difference between playing both sides and then just remaining neutral. Speaking of Alexis, what in your mind makes you think at 41 with 4 kids, that little NFL player that you messing around with wants to take you serious? Can y'all answer it for me? The delusions have to stop. Maybe it was a storyline, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but man, he literally said that a fear of his was having kids, okay? When men say something, believe them. And then he recanted and saying like it was a past fear. Like, you know, he's, I guess, matured past that. But that was just, girl, just have your fun and call it a day. But please do not think you finna be serious with that man. And like I said, it could have just been a storyline, but I was laughing. I felt like Alexis played both sides. Listen to a side, then go gossip, and then listen to the other side and go gossip. Like, I just feel like she did a lot of listening rather than being defensive of someone who wasn't there to defend themselves, like in a more agreeable way with whoever's like talking about whoever, you know, if that makes sense. I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like that's fake. I feel like you're phony and I don't trust you. Speaking of don't trust, Ashley. I'm most familiar with Ashley from past shows. Like, she was on W.A.G.s Miami. I've seen her in another show. I love Ashley's lifestyle. I like her marriage, I like her kids, I love her house, I love her fashion, like her look, her hair. I like Ashley's lifestyle, but I don't like her. I feel like she's way too snooty. She's definitely a cliquey, a mean girl, and I feel like she's very judgmental. Like, she is very judgy. She rubs me the wrong way. She's definitely just a sidebar to Sharelle. I mean, how she sold real estate, we can literally ask that for every girl on the show. I don't know who on Allure is actually selling real estate besides Sharelle, and I really don't care to fact check it. So yeah, Ashley gives mean girl energy. Speaking of mean girl energy, surprisingly, who I thought was gonna be a mean girl wasn't a mean girl. Keita. I loved Keita, oddly enough. Now, do I like Keita's life choices? You're the... What number baby mama is she? It don't matter. Keita is his something multiple baby mama, and she's having his 10th child, Tyreek Hill. That's crazy. I'm sorry, I don't care how much money you have. Like, that's actually crazy to have someone's 10th child. So Keita gives me like Nunu vibes, like ATL, where like Nunu was like the good girl from the tracks, and she was like infatuated with like the hood guys. I just get this good girl, smart girl vibe from her. Like, she seems very smart and educated and driven and ambitious, and she just loves like that edge, and that's why she's so in love with Tyreek. I mean, she is willing to tolerate quite literally anything. Cheating is definitely not a deal breaker, and she made it a point on the show, which I thought was so funny, that they weren't together when he was fathering these 3 other babies. Keita, why do you think we believe that? Why would you think we believe that? I know she's trying to save face. I understand. Like, I would too. I would lie too. How embarrassing. How embarrassing that your husband had 3 love children on you. That's crazy. Oh, I also thought it was interesting that Keita's mom also said in the kitchen, like, men were gonna cheat. And Keita just like didn't engage or respond to that comment. But these moms know what's up, okay? They know what's up. They the OG hot girls. They've been around the block. So, you know, they're telling their daughters the real, and their daughters just want to live in Dulu land. I might be in Dulu land too if someone had $100 million to give me. These women in general just need to be upfront and honest that just cheating is not a deal breaker. Like, it's just not, because, ma'am, he is not ever gonna stop. That is in the blood. That's solidified. He is a nigga. Okay, he is a nigga, but she gonna stick beside him. Right, Grace? she gonna stick beside him. Moving on. Okay, Stoudemire. Y'all, I feel bad for her. Like, they really pitted all those women against her for something she couldn't control. Like, that was so mean of Sharelle to really go in on her because of her reputation, things that she's heard. And it changed every time. Oh, I don't like Stoudemire because she blows her money. What does that have to do with you? Oh, I don't like Stoudemire. I heard she was an escort. Her sex tape got leaked. I don't want to be such people with that. Sharelle seems to like care so much about her reputation rather than just like accepting people for who they are. And like, I get it, you don't have to hang out with everyone, you don't have to like everyone, and it is true, birds of a feather flock together. Maybe she doesn't want to be associated with Stoudemire like that, but like, just to like make these things so like character defining of Stoudemire, like that just made my heart sad. Everybody should be given the benefit of the doubt, and obviously if she's on this show, like, you should invite her to interact with the other women. She was just kind of like the punching bag of the show. Where Sharelle and that gay guy went to go read her about her, pretty much her lack of professionalism and how her business is tanking. That was so funny, bro. Like, that was so funny. That gay guy had no mercy. Like, he was telling her about her business. I know that had to hurt, okay? But like, she is in fast fashion. Like, chill out. Like, she is not selling like Alexander Wayne and Dior casually on Monday. What was his name? Fancy? Yeah, I actually thought he was so funny. Like, I need a gay friend like that to drip me out in designer. Like, what? Okay, last but not least, Sharelle. Oh, Sharelle. I'll say this about Sharelle. Sharelle is clearly an alpha female who likes to surround herself with people she can mold and shape and influence. And you have to be careful with people like that, because if she doesn't feel like she's going to benefit anything from you, then she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. She most definitely gave elitist vibes, like she was better than the other women. What, just because you have a business and you're a boss bee, like you think you're better than people? And that's definitely what she gave. She kept saying she wasn't a mean girl, but that's everything that Sharelle gives. But I love so much how she was humbled when her marriage didn't work out with Ocho. That didn't play out on the show, but like the conversation where they were discussing their prenup, and pretty much when the topic of the infidelity clause came up, and that just told me everything I needed to know. Like, bro, he's not ever gonna stop cheating. Like, you are trying to marry Ocho Cinco. Like, this man is not going to change. This goes back to what I was saying about Kita. Look at who you're dating. Look at his patterns of behavior and all the women that he cheated on and been with and did wrong. Why do you think you're gonna be different? You're not different. Just because you got the ring, that he's a changed man. The way he treated all those other women before you should be like a dire testament to his character. Do you think he's gonna change? But like, when men show you who they really are, believe them. I thought it was so interesting at the prenup, she was saying that the reason why she likes Ocho because he can respect that she, you know, likes to take the lead and makes more money than him, and he can say that with confidence that that's okay. But y'all, let me tell you something. Men can say that all they want, but it doesn't translate in real life with playing that out. He wants to have a leadership role, and he wants to be the provider. And while he may like the fact that Sharelle makes more money than him or can take on some leadership aspects of the relationship, like the fact that she's not going to submit to him and he can't call all the shots, that's not gonna work, okay? That's not how men think. That's not how they operate. No matter what he told you, like, as we see this relationship dissolve, you're dealing with two alphas who both want to be in charge, both want to call the shots. Come on. But this was a lovely production that she put on. I definitely think this put Allure back on the map. This was great PR for them. I'm sure she's achieving all her real estate goals, and I'm rooting for you, girl. I'm rooting for us. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. I want to know your opinions too. Let's chat about it in the chat. Okay, Grayson, say goodbye. Bye, you guys. Thanks for watching.
With my amigo, no, I do you dirty.